Jeremy Ellis here. I've been teaching computer coding for almost 30 years in BC. Here's an example JavaScript program. I enter a number, click sum, and it sums all the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, getting to 10. If I put in 45, it also does it, and getting to 1035. I'm going to talk about computer programming with the new curriculum coming in BC. And my reason for doing this is that my robotics and 3D printing classes have come up with the following. Robot hand kid finished today. Zoom in, we got our servos, we got our particle photon, we got a whole bunch of batteries, and we got the app. Let's see if... And we can loosen them. We should make that all work together. So here's what the web page looks like. It has a title, it has an input text box, it has an input button, and it's got some output here and some final information. But here's what the code does. Now notice, other than this little HTML tag here, we can see this all on one page. We have two main structures, coding and the layout or structure of the web page. Now let's look at this layout here. That says light blue, that's the color. And here is the title. So all this information right there is something to do with the title, and this is ending the title. Here we've got more words. Here we have the input box that has 4. Let's go back and have a look at this thing again. Title, input box, oh, in this case it's 7. And here we have a button, and the button says sum, and when we click the button, it does something fancy. And then below it, we have an output that just says output here. Now this fancy part, it has a name, it's called my main. And it has this information, which is the input that was right up here. In this case, it's 4. It's actually 7 on the page. So then, information gets passed to the to the JavaScript program. Here is the function myMain, which is right there. And this is what's passed to it, whatever number is in the input box. So, myNum becomes 7. And there's the function, there's the start of the function, there's the end of the function, and this is what it does. It takes all that to print out this information if you input 7. Just a reminder, I click that, it does it very quickly. So here we have a ton of information. This is defining an array. An array is a group of numbers that are stored in a name called myArray. Watch out with the capitalization, it's important. Here are some more variables. Here's an if statement. That's the way computers make decisions. Here's a function that's predefined in JavaScript that tests whether the number coming in is actually a number. Double equals means we're actually checking whether something is true. That tends to be Boolean information. Here we have an object definition of the output onto the web page. That's way down here. My out, notice the capitalization, my out. The inner part of the tag, this is an outer part of the tag. There's the other outer part. This is the inner part. So if the number coming in is not a number, it's going to replace that output here with you have to enter a number. Else means if it is a number. If it is a number, it's going to do all this information right here. So first of all, it's going to find a my maximum number by typesetting my number with parseInt that changes, say it was 6.3, it makes it just 6. Then it starts a loop. The loop starts off with 1. It will continue to my maximum, which in this case is 7, and it's going to increase. Then it's going to set some variables to be what they used to be, which was originally just a BR, which is a tag for going down one line. it's going to put whatever the iterator is, which starts at 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. It's just going to write this stuff between the double quotes plus previous. It's going to write the previous sum. It's going to calculate the next sum, being the loop plus the old sum, which is going to go into the next sum. This is comments. This is for debugging if you wanted to know what the sum was. Then it's going to set an array based on whatever the iterator is. Remember, the iterator goes from 1, 2, 3, 4 to be what the sum was. Then it's going to set a temporary to be what the sum was plus a break. Once that is looped through 7 times or 70,000 times, whatever you set, it's going to grab this temporary array, put it into the myout, this part, the output here, and it's going to finish the loop. Then it's going to attach this array with the third sum, which is always 6, and the final answer right there. And that's it. That's what kids need to know at high school for coding. I have a diagram reminding you of all these things that are important in this program, that the coding is above, the structure of the web page is down below, information here on my website, and at the end here, just a reminder that my website's roxetta.com, my Twitter's is twitter.com/roxetta. And by the way, when I teach my computer game programming, robotics, 3D printing, grade 11 and 12 classes, I use Blender 3D, Particle.io, Cloud9, and PhoneGap. Most of these are online so that kids can access them from whatever device they have. And I tend to teach HTML, JavaScript, Robot C, PHP, and sometimes Python.